had finished, he could have done so much better here. There's so many roaches on the way, but with +2 attack and 1 armor on these units for WhiteRa, +2 just finished in the nick of time, he should be able to just hold. And he doesn't need to just throw away these gateway units now. He has 2 Colossus on the way. With 2 Colossus in this army mix as well, he lost pretty much all the Corruptors. He only has 3 remaining. So 2 Colossus back into this army with Blink as well, as Blink is about to finish, slowly taking this gold base as well. He's looking in good shape.
Yeah, it's unfortunate he didn't kill the hatchery. It really, really is. And IdrA is now mining from that once again. A single salvo from the Stalkers would do it. But again, you said he doesn't have Blink, so he can't really risk that. Losing a lot of Stalkers to get out of position for that wouldn't be worthwhile. IdRA's actually taking a 5th over to the right-hand side of the map here.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if a Dark Templar Shrine went down very, very soon, because that is so good at harassing these later expansions of Zerg. And that gold base is up now, or on its way. The cannons are constructed, which are going to fortify this area and fortify a warping area for WhiteRa as well. I'm surprised he hasn't built a cannon closer to the middle, actually, to kind of fortify the center point. But it doesn't matter. He's getting close to that 200 supply again, and IdrA has to engage soon before WhiteRa gets too strong.
Yeah, +2 Hydralisks have a lot of DPS. That is very, very dangerous. He has to watch out for that immediately. And in the meantime, we've got this small drop here, Hydralisk drop, coming to the back of the map. A lot of production facilities that could be very heavily damaged. WhiteRa is currently supply capped, and here's the big engagement through to the center. He's about to lose a lot of units here, so he should be able to warp in order to deal with those Hydras. We'll check back on that momentarily, because this is the engagement that really matters, and held very nicely there by WhiteRa, throwing that back. And then we look at the harassment here, and it has taken out a mineral line that really wasn't there to begin with, and Warpin should be able to respond to that without too much of a problem. And
once again, the Corruptor count has just been destroyed, down to 2 again, against a double robotics facility. WhiteRa being able to build 2 Colossus at a single time. He's now got Immortals in the mix to deal with the roaches. WhiteRa is pulling a comeback.
Yes, he is. Will he be able to do that? Here comes the Blink Stalker, but the number of Hydras is absolutely brutal. Immortals getting caught out and destroyed here. Are there enough Stalkers to bring this down? He throws IdrA back again. He needs to just poke the hatchery. It will fall over.
Indeed, but IdrA does have another hatchery on the right-hand side, and there he is going to do it. Finally, the hatchery does go down, preventing it. Oh, no!
No!
IdrA's roaches all get caught off guard down the south side, trying to harass this gold base.
Oh, down it goes, finally. A nice laid-back approach to killing a gold hatchery.
And there's a lot of Hydras now. That Colossus needs to get ramped up more. Only 1 in production right now. And now WhiteRa is taking the heat on this gold base.
Yeah, but Hydralisk's raining down huge punishment on that mineral line. And the Stalker Concave is not good enough. He doesn't have the numbers there, but he's able to blink in additional reinforcements. And now, once again, another Roach Hydra engagement, but no Colossus to back it up this time. So that does not work out so well for WhiteRa.
And IdrA's doing what he needs to do to win this game. Prevent that 4th base from mining. The Hydras look down on an empty mineral line, which is exactly what they want to see. He has a base on the right-hand side now as well, which is his 4th base, but currently it's basically 3 to 3 bases. And if WhiteRa can finally stabilize that gold base, he may be in a shot of winning this. 2 Colossus are on the way, though. He needs more Colossus in this army composition.
Please count the Hydralisks, Apollo.
40.
40 Hydralisks, about to be 45. Why? Nobody knows, but you know what? It's enough. That amount of DPS against that number of Stalkers tears its way through there. Blinking going on in order to try and minimize that. Look at the amount of Stalkers that are getting slaughtered, but that Colossus, there's no answer to it from IdrA right now. The Colossi is tearing its way through that very large concave, and a second Colossus coming in there. IdrA wants to bring this gold base down, but it looks like that's going to be denied. An aggressive blink there by WhiteRa as he throws yet another wave back.
And he does, and he manages to hold on to the Nexus down to 300 HP. That is pretty good for WhiteRa. If that had gone down, probably the game would have followed as well. But he has to be careful. He has more Colossus at the back. He shouldn't be engaging here.
Yeah, that is going to be really, really messy. Focus fire is coming out on that Colossus there. And while it was able to do a lot of damage, he's going to get crushed from the side. He needs to blink out of there. Another Colossus coming in. A really good engagement for IdrA. That could potentially cost him the gold base.
Yeah, the gold base is going to go down now, and I think that will be the game for WhiteRa. He's not mining anywhere. He only has a very minimal south mining base. He does survive with that 1 Colossus, but he lost so many engagements there, and IdrA finally pushes and keeps WhiteRa out. Look at that warp in 4 sentries. That's the story of this game. He has no money.
Yeah, he's down at 83 supply on 170, and you got to give it to WhiteRa for actually holding on for this long. But that engagement by IdrA there was exceptional. Really, really well put together, and it was the worst thing that could have happened to WhiteRa there. His army just got crushed, and now IdrA is free to mine here. He's mining in the southeast as well, as he will be in a second. And how do you deal with that when you're only on 3 bases and only one of them is mining? Usually you don't. So yeah. I think this is unfortunately borrowed time for WhiteRa.
Most definitely is. It's going to be tough to come back from here. He is now still making 2 Colossus at a time. He will go up to 3 again, but IdrA is in control of everything. The amount of money that he has coming in now is double, triple the amount of WhiteRa's, and he's going to be able to replenish his 200 supply army over and over again. Finally, that drop does get picked off, and it was left alone for a long time. Actually, he does survive, but WhiteRa needs to get another mining base. I cannot stress that enough.
The problem is, where does he get it? IdrA is denying every possible point. If he tries to take it at the gold, that is waiting for him. And that simply outnumbers WhiteRa's forces by a huge amount. It's even out-upgraded. It's got +2 armor as opposed to WhiteRa, who's only sitting on 1. These 3 Hydralisks are just inexplicably doing a ton of damage to the main. They will eventually be picked off, but seriously, they actually took out the Nexus here, which obviously wasn't mining, but that's Chrono Boost that could have been used. We've got IdrA now upgrading to a Hive. I don't think it's really necessary at this point. He could really just go and attack and win. He's going to max out and then make that happen. And unfortunately, I think this is going to be the end for WhiteRa in the round of 4. It will put him down to the bronze match to face off against Elfie in a PvP. Yeah,
he's going to go for one last push. He's waiting for this last Colossus to join the fray. So he is at a total of 4 Colossus. The Corruptor count is at 9, though, with +1, 3 more on the way as well. And the amount of roaches at 2 upgrades. WhiteRa stunted at only 2-1 as well. In every scenario right now, IdrA is winning.
Yeah, this is really the Kobayashi Maru for WhiteRa. I don't see a way of winning it. I really don't. It would be miraculous if it happened. This engagement's got to come in, and unfortunately, I don't think that army's going to survive. Huge amounts of corruption being cast right there. 1 Colossus ripped apart. Second one down. The third will fall in equal measure. Force fields nicely placed to stop a lot of those roaches coming in, but there are too many Hydralisks. The army is down. GG! Clean sweep for IdrA in an excellent display of skill.
And IdrA only dropping 1 map in the entire tournament now in 2 best-of-5s, looking in great form again, you know, coming off his other tournaments. And he will move on into the final where he will be playing against Dignitas Select, a Zerg versus Terran at 4 o'clock-ish local time. And then obviously we will be having WhiteRa versus Elfie coming up very, very shortly for the 3rd and 4th place match.
Yeah, definitely. And you've seen the form of IdrA throughout this entire tournament has been absolutely absurd. Incredibly good. He looked comfortable the entire time. Was put under pressure by WhiteRa in the 3rd game, but those first 2 games, you barely ever saw an opening where WhiteRa could have potentially exploited that. So
yeah,
really well done to IdrA.
He hit all the timings. There was a kind of a shaky area in that 3rd game, but overall the macro mechanics really kind of shine through in that game. And he advances 3-0.
Clash of the Titans coming up in the finals. As far as I'm concerned, 2 players whose form has vastly improved. They were great before, they're excellent now. Select versus IdrA will be an amazing final for this ASUS ROG invite. But we're going to go into a winner's interview right here with Thomas and IdrA. Take it away.
Thanks, guys. Welcome back here on the stage with me. And I'm with IdrA here, who just won the match to the finals. How are you feeling right now?
Really good. I still have the finals ahead of me, so I can't really relax yet.
So you're against Select now. How are you feeling about that matchup? Do you feel threatened about him?
He's an excellent player, and I think the maps are a little bit bad for me. I started out 0-1 because Zelnaga's in the pool. But my ZVT is really good, so I still feel pretty confident.
So we're going to see a great matchup, right?
I definitely think so.
That's great. So congratulations once again, and we will come back after a few minutes. We'll be continuing in half an hour. Now's the time to go uk.geforce.com/gameon and enter the contest. And we will see you at 2 o'clock Eastern European time. That's +2 at GMT. We'll see you soon.